Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is the first update for the 13 Before Halloween project pan. And before I jump into the products, I do want to say if I look tired, I apologize. I had grand plans of getting all glammed up for camera today, and then I got called into work last minute. So I am just immediately sitting down after getting home, and we're just going to jump into the products. I'm going to start and go through the products in the order that I did them in the introduction video. So first up, I have a Freeman's mask. I had 3 products that were not makeup items, so this is the first of those 3, and this is just an avocado, kind of like a pore cleansing mask. And as you can see, I was here and I am now here, and hopefully you can also see that we're making some progress. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this by Halloween. I can't use this mask like I want to on a, I want to try to use it every week, but I'm not able to do that 100%. Sometimes it depends on if my skin is irritated or not. And I'm wondering if maybe some of my sunscreens or something is irritating my skin, because I've been peeling a lot in this area and I can't figure out what the culprit is. And I've not changed anything really in my makeup routine or skincare routine, so I gotta figure out that, because when my skin starts to peel, it gets a little too irritated to use masks on them. But yeah, I think it's good steady progress, and maybe I can kick it up a notch by the end of October and finish this guy off. Next up, I have this Yes2. This is a night cream, and hopefully you can see here it's a airless pump, so it pumps up. So we were here at the intro, and now we are here at update number 1. And this is another one that I like the consistency of it. I like the way it feels on my skin, but the more I use it, especially when my skin's a little irritated, the more I realize it has a ton of fragrance in it, and I'll be happy when I finish it, because I'm also kind of wondering if the fragrance might be doing this to my skin. I can't quite tell. Next up is a perfume from Devoted Love. It's some knockoff perfume that I found somewhere. And here is where we were at the introduction. Hopefully you can see that. And then you can see the next check mark right there. And my goal is to get this in the wording, hopefully below the wording. And I think I'm making good progress. It doesn't last that long. Obviously, I think it was like $3, so I can't really expect it to last very long. It doesn't last that long, so if I remember to reapply, I have plenty of opportunity to. I have no doubt that I can hit goal on this by the end of the project. Next up, I have my Dewy and Smooth Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, and this is where we are here. At the introduction, we're here, and just below it, there's a little line, a new line. Now, the more I think about it, the more I realize that I probably had it marked wrong at the introduction. I believe it was probably a little bit higher, because I've used this product, let's see, I've used it about 10 times and it's only moved that much. And that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I know 10 times isn't gonna move it a ton, but it should move it more than that, right? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, because I don't know, it just seems kind of odd to not move that much. So I probably had it marked wrong, but I didn't wear makeup a ton in August. August has been a crazy month for me, but things are settling down now, and I plan to really focus on this between let's just say September and October. Both of those months, this is going to be the main foundation that I reach for, unless I'm just like running so late or running so behind that I'm not putting anything on. So I will reach for this more, but so far only 10 times, not that great. Next up is my NYX highlighter, and you can see here I was at the introduction, and we are at day 1 here. This is something that I've been using. I use a lot of it because I like to use that as a primer. So I put whatever kind of pore filling primer on that I want, and then I take it and I put it about right here, cover like a little line on my finger, and I put it on both fingers, and then I kind of place it there, and I do a little X on my forehead, and I really leave it pretty concentrated in those areas. I don't really blend them out that much, and then I go over the top with foundation. And I really like it a lot, and this is something that I am enjoying so much using in this project. I love when I put items like this into a project and then realize how much I enjoy them while using them up. I don't know, I'm really enjoying this project, and this product in this project, so no complaints there. Next up is my Master Conceal, and the product packaging is opaque, so there's no line on this, but last time we were measuring at 8.1 grams. Today we measured at 7 grams, and so I have used 1.1 grams. So yeah, this is, I can tell it's really towards the end because I'm starting to have to try to bend the packaging. So I'm almost done with this. I really think that I will have it done by the end of the project. I haven't decided if I'm going to cut the packaging open yet. I might, I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, I'm ready to move on, but at the same time, I'm like, you know there's more product in there, girl. Go get it. So we'll see what I do. And then next up, I have my Kat Von D locket. This is like a deluxe size mini, I guess. And you may be able to see here, we were at like this top line at the introduction, and we have moved it down significantly. I've used this product at least 20 something times, over 20 times. And the thing is that I tend to only put it like in under my eyes, do a little bit on my forehead and nose, and then I kind of, whatever's there from me placing it on with my sponge, I just take my brush and kind of fan out for the rest of my face. And so I know I don't use a ton when I use it, but it's not a bad powder, not the best. I'm not blown away by it. I certainly wouldn't pay the full price for it, but yeah, I'm happy to be using it up. And actually recently, my last video, I think that went up, should be the last video, last one or the last two, was a travel video that, my first travel blog that Bo and I put together. And then we have another trip coming up this weekend, and then we have another trip the week after that. So we kind of just stuck all of our traveling right here together. And this has been so nice because it's so compact to put into a travel bag. So yeah, I am happy to be having a good excuse to also travel with this since it's in a project. Now, next up is my lip gloss, and hopefully you can see that I was here at the introduction and we have moved it down a little bit. Hopefully you can see into the packaging that it is, there are some windows. There's also some settling down here. So it's always so hard to get this stuff to figure out exactly where you are, because you can definitely see there's a darker line even below that. So I just went with where I saw a break in the product. I figured the next line is kind of maybe also not a bad measure, because when you take the wand out, that's probably where it wants to settle to also. So yeah, I'm enjoying this gloss. It's a great gloss. Okay, I can blow through glosses. I have glosses that look like this, and I have put these kind of glosses in projects in the past, and I have used them, I've measured it, so I know I've used them in 2 weeks. This gloss, I understand, is a little bit bigger, but this is, I've been working on this thing, not in the project, in the project a month, but before that I was wearing it for at least a month, maybe even 2 months, and I'm mind blown by how slowly this gloss goes compared to that gloss, which I guess is a good thing. I mean, you're spending a little bit more on it, but I'm kind of surprised that I'm not blowing through it as quickly as I normally blow through glosses. So next up, I have a NYX Wonder Pencil, and hopefully you can see here my little my lines. My mouth isn't working. It's got the slightest bit of progress, but I guess I should just be happy that there's progress. I am awful at using this product. At first, I was kind of trying to draw, excuse my bags here, I was trying to draw into the dark corners of my eyes and then go over the top with concealer, but it's kind of a thick pencil to do that. And so my goal is to get it sharpened down to the word pencil, but oh my goodness, if I either forget to wear it, or when I do wear it, I try to think of everything in the world to use it on, and it is still so slow going. Pencils are like the death of me, but I feel like they're things that I definitely own too many of them, and I feel like I need to put them in every project, but I hate them. I hate them. Next up, I have a blush from Wet n Wild, and this is in the shade Apricot in the Middle. I love this blush. I thought, and I think some of you in my last introduction video said that you thought I would hit goal on this product first, and I did too. My goal was to hit pan, and you know, I feel like I go hard on this. Like, it's very neutral, really nice shade on me. It's not too dark, and I go ham in this thing with my brush, and it still kind of looks the same. I have used it a good number of times. Let's see. I've used it over 10 times, which now that I think about it, I gotta call myself out and know that that's really not great use for a project pan. So my fault. I will, if I don't have pan on this by next update at the end of September, you can kick my butt in the comments all day long. So yeah, I'm gonna chalk it up to a crazy month, and I'm really gonna focus in on it come September. Next up is another product that I have zero progress on. In fact, I haven't used this, so we're not gonna spend a lot of time on it. This is my eyeshadow from ColourPop in the shade I Like You. Beautiful shade. I had every intention on wearing it, and things have just been too crazy, and I actually just haven't been wearing eyeshadow much at all lately. In fact, I'm not wearing any today. So hopefully that will change now that things are getting settled again. I'm dying to put on some colorful eyeshadow, and so I plan to reach for this very soon, especially as we enter fall. A beautiful orange shade, why not? So no progress on that at all. Next up is my Maybelline Gigi Hadid palette, and my goal is to hit pan in the matte cream shade here, and I have not done that. I know this palette was practically new when I put it in. So the thing about this is that I thought there would be more progress in this, and there's not. The thing about this is that these powders are very soft, like these shadows are very soft, and you do get kickback when you like dip your brush in. But the thing is that there's also, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. Like I would expect there to be a dip showing way sooner, especially with like 20 to 25 uses. No real dip. Like I can see little stipple marks in it from my brush hitting it, but I just kind of thought there would be more of a dip. Maybe I'm not doing a good job of hitting in the same place and I'm kind of going all over. That's true. Also, I do want to comment that this shade here, I dug my nail into a little bit and then I got really irritated with it. So I started using it to make it, because I want it to look used purposely, not just like I dug my nail into it. So I have been trying to reach for it to maybe get some bonus pan in it, but I'm not really going to push myself too hard. But no pan in this yet. It's the weirdest thing. It should be going way quicker than it is, but it's not. And then last up is my Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Diamond Dust. My goal for this is to wear it once a week. I have not done that. Mostly because, like I said, I haven't been wearing eyeshadow because things have been crazy. If you saw a video, my last one for the Roulette Pan collab finale, you saw that the update that we had to rush home for a family emergency and that kind of thing, and I didn't pack a lot of things that I was working on in Project Pans because it was the last thing on my mind. So there was a good 2 weeks that this thing got neglected, and so I have worn it 3 or 4 times, but not enough to make any kind of weight progress on it. And I noticed, I wore this yesterday, and I noticed when I went to put it on that I'm having trouble. It's already drying out on me, and I'm just bummed. Like, I shouldn't, it's really sheer, and it used to not be this sheer. So I'm gonna do my best tonight to revive it with like either some eyedroppers or maybe like a little bit of oil, see if I can stir something up in there. But I don't want to remove the stopper because I did that on my little ones and it really dried it out. Like it didn't really help. So fingers crossed that I can revive this enough to get, I'd love to get at least 10 wears out of this by the end of this project, hopefully more, but I'm kind of worried that that might not happen. So, okay, that is it for this project update. Let me know in the comments what you think. You can totally kick my butt for not having enough progress because I feel like I normally have a lot more progress, and so even I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the progress that I see here, but that's okay. We're gonna get things back on track in September, and hopefully I can wow you come the end of September. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.